Alright, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today we are going to be fixing a sinking couch. So if you have this problem, I can definitely guide you in the right direction. Basically, the front springs are okay. You can feel that they're still mounted, but the back, I mean, you can even hear what I just did. So I'll show you what to do. Flip your couch over. And they definitely don't make furniture the way they used to. And I kind of got my stuff set up back here because I took a look ahead of time to see what was going on. And primarily the biggest problem is going to be that, one, this bracket is broken right here. So we're going to have to re-support that. This actually was in there somewhere. I have no idea where this went, but you can tell it's all bent. And primarily, the biggest problem is they're not even using it's like 2-inch by 1-inch pieces of wood, and you can see how this basically is just falling apart on that side, and that side basically kind of broke all the way through. So, and then this bracket, you can tell is totally destroyed. A couple things you're going to need: a staple gun so you can put this back together again. You're going to need a nail gun like this, hooked up to an air compressor. I have it set up in the other room. Well, Sophie and Sadie hanging out in there. But that's going to help you get that all situated. Wood glue is invaluable to help give you the extra support that you're going to need. I'll put the link to the stuff I use. It's actually waterproof. You can use it outside. It's really good. And then a couple 2-inch and 1.5-inch nails for the nail gun. If you don't have a nail gun, you probably should get one. You're definitely going to need it to do this job properly. But anyway, let me pull out a couple of these nails down here, and you just kind of see how loose, and you can see all the dog hair. Sorry about that. Couple little twists and they come out pretty easy. All right. Okay, so that's all garbage. I'll put that off on the side. I guess I probably should have vacuumed. Oh well, okay. So anyway, we're going to be remounting this piece of wood back on here. And in the meantime, get some more dog hair out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to be basically putting a lot of glue on that little joint right there. Just to hold that in place. Put some up here. And my glue is out in the garage, and it was a little cold out there, so it's not running as good as I like it to, but okay. Alright, so we'll get that in there. And I'm just going to shoot some more glue in on the side. And then down, guys. Extra reinforcement. Here. Okay. I think that probably should be good. All right. Well, this top part looks pretty good. And primarily, you can see how that broke loose. And see up here, you actually had no support to this frame going across. So we're actually going to be driving a couple nails through there to help kind of like sandwich that. And I think I brought the 2-inch. I'm going to have to get 2.5-inch ones out in the garage real quick. So I'm just going to take you for a quick trip. Alright, so on this support, you're going to need these deckmate screws. I'll put the links below. You don't have to use these, but these were the only 2.5 screws that I had sitting in the house. So basically, you kind of want to line that up. Alright, and the head's going to come out, so what I'll end up doing is I'll end up cutting that head off a little bit later on, so it's not sticking out, but again, kind of like put it right in the middle here. So that's going to hold that to the frame. I'm going to put another one kind of like in the middle here. I'm going to try to avoid hitting that. So we'll put this on a little bit of an angle. Alright, so that one's on the angle. We'll remember to cut those down later on. So that's doing pretty good there. Now, let's see what we got loaded in here. I believe I put our 2-inch screws. And before I was going to say we could staple this through, but I'm not going to be able to get one of my nails through there 2 inches. So it'll probably barely make contact, but we might put 1 or 2 in there just to see. Let me put one in here now. So yeah, it kind of made it, so we're going to fire a couple in here. And you put them on a little bit of an angle. So you have them come straight down, they're just going to pull out. And I'm just going to make that like super reinforced. Alright, so there you go. Then these little pieces of wood like this, I'm going to pull these old staples out, I guess is what they used. Yeah, they're in there pretty good. I'm just going to pull them out of the way. And they didn't even reach across anyway, so it's not even like I can even put any glue in there. But I'm going to hit some, with a couple nails. And then I'm going to reinforce it with pieces of wood underneath it. Alright, so I got a couple in there. Do a couple more. Alright, so that's kind of reinforced back there. I'm going to shoot a couple nails in here. Side of this. Okay, that's just going to help give that some extra support. Crisscross, yeah, see it. Like I said, that glue in there is going to help set that up a lot better, but So we got a couple good nails in there, a couple up there. Let me hit one right here. I think I got most of where I wanted to. We'll just, all right, so I put one every couple inches to help really give that support. Now, this I want to have resting on a support as well, so I'm going to make a little block of wood. We'll nail it against that, so we have some little extra support on that. And then under these blocks, we're going to make a couple 4-inch pieces of wood. Like I said, I had a piece of scrap wood in the garage, but so this is basically, it's 1.5 by 3/4. So it's, I think it's a 2x1 actually, but correct me if I'm wrong. So do a couple 4-inch pieces, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So like I said, just a couple pieces. Doesn't have to be exact. Quick and dirty measurement. It's in the back, no one's going to see it. It's just for extra reinforcement. Alright, and then we'll do another piece. Make that piece a little bit longer. I'll make that about 5 inches. So I think that's all we need for now. I feel like I got a splinter. Okay. Alright, so we'll come under here. This is that one block that I wanted to kind of reinforce. So kind of go with that. Might be a little low. So let me just etch that real quick. Cut that down a little bit more. Like I said, this is something quick and dirty. So put that like that, and we'll put some glue just for added extra strength, and we'll put some here, some here. That I'm going to need a little bit smaller screws for. When I say screws, I mean nails. We'll use the 1.5 guys. And that should probably be just about good to go through there. All right. Kind of missed. No big deal. Let's go for a little overkill. We'll hit some on this side. Make sure it's nice and locked and good. Okay, I think we're gonna be good there. Take that out. Let's put some 2-inch. top. Yep, those are ugly. Okay, let's go a little more steep of our angle. Okay, yeah, so I'm messing with all those. But anyway, we got enough glue in there. I think that will hold pretty good. And then we're gonna go for these other little blocks. And we're gonna put these under here as kind of like extra support. So again, get some glue. That way that one's nice and flush. A little overkill with the nails, but this one. Put that there real quick. Alright, so line that up there. So that's good. I'm going to pour some glue down the back here just because it's not sitting flat as much as I like it to. Okay. And now I'll just help that be an extra support block on that side. And then we got this set up pretty good. I like my glue, so we'll just put some in there, tighten up that seam. Like I said, it doesn't have to be pretty. No one's going to see it behind here. Alright, so that's basically, that's it in a nutshell. I will cut these little pieces of nail out. We use a little bit of a clipper or a Dremel tool and get those out. And then let me show you how then with the stapler we just put the back on. Okay, I cut the tips of the screws out. Now we're gonna staple this back in, and you can get new. And this is just to keep everything kind of together back there. Fold it in under that like that. Then you just work the fold down. Just kind of stapled across. basically just stapling everything back together. That side was ripped pretty good, so fold that under. Alright, that's just some excess. Tape that up underneath. Alright, that's just the excess floating out in no man's land, but and that is your quick and easy couch repair. Now with the glue, obviously you're going to let that sit for probably a few hours, but don't let anybody sit on this for at least a full day until everything cures up underneath. But other than that, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching and subscribing as usual. Alright, be safe out there.